And next episode.
Oh,
I
good,
don't know
we're
if it's
back
just
here.
me, but I get like 2 seconds of super fast stuff and then 1 second of like the same image.
Yeah.
I'm lagging out occasionally.
Okay.
Just refresh the stream and hit play and then mute it. That's what I do.
Just mute Josh, really. Yeah.
Alright.
Good thing Ellie is
So-
invisible.
I have to say that
Yeah,
this
that's the thing about this game. Your
And this-
companions are totally invisible.
it might be different if I was playing it, but
Fucking...
this game is actually might be one of the first video games to really sort of bring home these looks realistic, so this looks ridiculous sort of
Yes.
trope that we've all been saying would happen for a while.
Yep. Actually,
This is
why don't
such
you
a
just go
sensible-
and eat some... Why don't you go and eat some bullets and try again?
It's
Because I
just
shot
that, like,
the guy in the face.
this game has such a sensible, washed-out aesthetic, and then you watch Joel just kind of casually get hit with a bullet to the chest and, like, amble off like he just forgot why he walked into the room.
A mechanic I've often thought would be better for this sort of thing is... I don't know how you'd portray it, but in movies, there's kind of this... if you want to call it your credulity supply. Like, the hero can dash out into the open for a split second, and the audience will buy it. Okay, the audience will be like, alright, he was out in the open for a second. But the longer he's out in the open, the more the audience is like, alright, how come
What is this
none of
guy
these
doing?
bullets have hit him? And
I don't
it would be
understand.
interesting for a game to just try that. Like, to have a, here is how far you're pushing it, here is how implausible your survival is, and when that bar runs out, you just die from one gunshot. That would be I don't know if players would buy that, but this is an idea I've been playing with for years, and so
You
I'll
sort
throw
of-
that out
Players
there.
might find it like really frustrating though.
Well, it would work
Seamus would
just
hate
like
it
a
because
health
you'd have
bar.
to redo all the gameplay that you just did every time
It
you
would
died.
be the same. It would be the
Yeah.
same thing as a health bar. It would be the same exact gameplay wise.
Oh shit, they have a
it wouldn't show you getting hit over and over again with bullets. You wouldn't get hit at all until that last one, which would kill you.
Yeah, and you almost kind of wonder, because I mean, you know, the trend for modern cover-based shooters is towards hit-scan weapons, which would make this absolutely ideal. But it sort of makes you wonder whether they tried this out with games like, you know, Modern Warfare, and ultimately just found out that it didn't communicate well to the player, that
Well,
they got
then.
confused, as opposed to just, like,
Yeah.
painting the screen bloody.
Yeah, it might not work. It's an idea that would need to be play tested.
There's a soldier over there.
Yeah, I don't think it
Really?
will work for like a game like The Last of Us, but like something that with a more playful aesthetic, like maybe Sunset Overdrive, like, you know, something like that. For an aesthetic like that, it has a chance of
No, the
working.
place is empty. I'll check out this area. Check over that way.
So, did the bad guys chase you down here? Are they
Hell
that
is this guy?
hardcore to
I
kill
don't
you?
know. I mean, I guess these guys were down here looking around beforehand.
Let's go down into the poison thing and shoot some zombies for no reason, because we can't get enough of that in this world.
I don't think there are any
Yes, man.
zombies even down here.
Weird. I mean, you would expect there to be. Should just rip off his mask and run away laughing.
Oh god. And you just get shot 6 times and run back because he's still alive, and you're just like, haha, worth it.
Oh, good.
Wait, isn't this how you
That was a
came in?
pretty good moment. It's like a haha
What?
moment.
No, that's not the way we came in.
Oh, so confusing.
Okay, I know there's a secret back here.
I'm gonna
Oh.
find you.
To your left, Boomer. Boomer.
There we go.
I did.
Looks
Josh
like you
did
probably
not
get panic
panic
now.
look.
You are becoming the tank.
Josh did not panic look for a boomer. I am
I
disappointed.
think we've reached your stop.
Oh God! Why do we invite you on this show?
There's a certain sex appeal.
Alright, no, that's not it. It's over here. Here we go. Pills, yeah!
Grabbing peels.
If until my dying day, I will hear Lewis say grabbing
There's
peels
just
every
one thing
time.
I don't
If we get
with
to the
video
river, we
games
can
with
find a boat.
What, Arvin?
No, I was just saying that there's just one thing which always annoys me is that you pick up these things from these really unhygienic places. And I mean, if the zombies don't get you, that stuff definitely will.
Yeah, let me wear a gas mask to scrupulously avoid any possibility of getting poisoned by this gas. And now let me put inside my body several porous capsules that have been soaking in it for 20 years.
Oh, I have a wound. I'll just take this stuff that's been soaking in zombie water and wrap my wound in that gauze.
And see, the thing is,
I like
you know,
how it's so much
it might sound like
clearer underwater in here.
it might
Yeah.
actually sound like we're just really nitpicking here, but the thing is, this is one of those things that human beings have evolutionarily gotten really good at sort of intuitively recognizing. To the point
Yeah.
where even when we didn't know, like, what caused disease, we could say stuff like, oh, don't go near the bog. Or, like, you know, it is stay away from that rotting stuff. That's no good.
Don't put that in your mouth.
Yeah.
No, really, get
You
that
know-
out of your ear. Stop putting that in there.
I mean, yeah, like, we have this very instinctive sense, which is honed by society, of, like, what is and is not good hygiene. And, like, for example, like, when I played Far Cry 2 for the first time, I actually was very reluctant to go into the water, because it's, like, kind of this murky brown water, and I was afraid I was gonna get, like, a fish up my urethra or something.
You're not gonna leave me here, right?
I get that in video games too. Where I'll get on the edge of the water and I'm like, I'm not getting in. Oh wait, video game, I'm immune to all disease. Never mind, right into the water. But there's that hesitation, like that just sort of innate hesitation. It'd be
It's gonna
interesting
annoy
to
me
have-
about those,
Go
like,
ahead.
any zombie media where the zombie, like, infection is like a bloodborne thing, and then you have people running around with, like, swords and clubs and shit and crowbars beating the crap out of
Chainsaws.
zombies, and it doesn't matter apparently because the zombies didn't bite them.
No, you just got a face full of zombie juice up your nose, in your mouth, in your eyeballs, in your ears.
Is there
But
anything
that's
else down
okay.
there?
What
So,
are
I mean,
we
you know,
doing? Are we
I guess
trying
what
to
I'm
get our
saying-
swim badge?
Somehow these segments remind me of the...
Remind you of the...
they remind me of the old school Tomb Raider games. The exact same swimming,
Something down there?
keeping
Yeah,
the
they
breath
definitely
meter in
do.
check.
I was
Yeah.
actually going to make a Tomb Raider joke. We were talking about the swimming badge, but
How did Ellie catch up to us? Like, how did she have a place to
there
walk?
was a little, like, path that she could take between
But
the
why
cars.
couldn't we take that?
Because we're a big burly man that goes swimming.
Because Joel is dude huge, and he is so large.
He's
Here,
a jumbo.
Ellie,
Really?
get on this
Okay.
pallet. I'm not gonna
Because
gonna
that's
rock
how
the boat.
pallets work.
Here, let's go this
That-
way.
Yes,
Let's
I
explore this
believe
place
this completely.
over here.
Oh my god.
That looks
This is fucking
ridiculous.
Looney Tunes.
I know! That looked absurd. I'm sorry, that kid is in the water. There's just no way.
Have these kids ever been to a public pool who designed this game? Like, have they never just tried to jump onto a foam mat or something?
I know, and those things are more buoyant than rotting soaked wet wood. I'll tell you that.
Don't worry,
Those things are
it's
crazy
totally
buoyant.
a one-off mechanic and won't show up ever again in the game. And this won't be a running joke that Ellie can't swim and there's water.
I'm glad you
But
are always
also,
truthful
just
with
mirror,
us,
do we
Josh.
like barely use that ladder?
Yeah. Like Josh, like Joel really couldn't pull himself up.
Let's get
I mean, I couldn't pull myself up, but given the heroics this guy does, and I notice
He
we're just
punches
nitpicking.
zombies with his fist punchings.
I just can't help nitpicking all these little physical impossibilities, and it really is because this game world looks so real, and it feels so real, and these characters are so real, and I don't
the
mean just
animations are
like,
so
the
good.
graphics. Yeah, and the
That's the big thing.
I'm not just
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the graphical fidelity necessarily that makes it feel real, but like the attention to detail.
Hey, look.
and the characterization, and then to see them doing these
That test.
ridiculous things
I
is
don't even know what
Here's how this thing's
just
gonna
really
play out.
hard.
And,
You don't
and
bring
yeah,
that
I mean,
to
I
us.
think that's pretty much
Ever.
a problem with a lot
In
of
fact, we just
big
keep our
budget games
history
is
to
that
ourselves.
even though there's
Secondly,
all of this like
don't tell
realistic
anybody
worlds
about your
and fantastical
condition.
situations, like your
They think
primary
you're crazy,
method
they'll
of
try to kill you.
interaction is still violence.
And lastly,
So
you
it does
do
kind of
what I say.
There's
When
like
I
the
say
amount of effort we've put in
We clear?
into making sure
Sure.
hitting
Repeat
somebody or shooting somebody looks good is
What
way
you
more
say
than, for
goes.
example, just like how good this walking through a,
Good.
quite peaceful field
Till
feels
there's
like.
a town
And that kind of shows
80 miles north of here.
in The
there's a
Last
fella
of
there that
Us.
owes me some favors.
So
Good
we're
chance
headed
he
towards
could get us a
Bill's
car.
town, I think, at this point.
Okay.
Gotta
Yeah.
move on.
After quitting Left 4 Dead, he came to hang out here in Massachusetts.
Different
With his
Bill.
long lost brother Bill, or long lost brother Joel.
Go.
Nope.
Billy Joel.
It'll be faster to go through here.
Wow. It'll be faster if
What?
we go through the
Nothing.
woods.
It's just.
Yeah,
Because that's a good plan,
I've never
Joel.
seen anything like this.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
but
is
fucking
really
the
a
woods,
really
it
tense
looks
survival
nice.
situation.
Shut up.
I think the safest thing to do is to hurl myself casually into some sticks and branches
Swan, we
and
need to eat
stones
you.
about 5 feet down. Let's
I
just
love
wander
how
into the
sheltered
wilderness.
Ellie is. I love how sheltered Ellie
Why
is
don't
in
you just
this.
take me back to Marlene?
If she was up to the task, why'd she drop you off on us?
Oh yeah,
She's better
pills,
now.
flowers, herbs.
Kid, I don't mean to upset you, but your friend's chances of survival weren't too high to
Drugs.
begin with.
She's a lot tougher than you think.
It don't matter. 'Cause I doubt I can get either one of us back into the city in one piece. Trust me. I wish there was some other option.
So when I came here first, I did not understand that town meant Bill lives here and nobody else. So I saw we're gonna run into zombies again here at some point pretty soon, and I thought that was like, oh look, the town got overrun by zombies. It's terrible, and we're not gonna find the person we want.
But
No,
after
Bill
s-
lives here.
Hey, get up here and I'll get a look.
But after so many years, I just find it hard to believe that in a town this small, Bill hasn't just finished off all the available zombies. Like, why are there still zombies around?
I gotta
Certainly,
say-
This taping scissors to a pipe makes a weapon that kills someone in one hit. Look at this fucking pipe.
That's fucking stupid. That is
Yes.
stupid. The killing potential of a pair of scissors taped to makes it easily less dangerous.
it makes it more dangerous for the person that owns it. It's like, oh,
What's
I picked
gonna
it up by
happen
the
is-
wrong end.
You're gonna swing the pipe, and the scissors are going to be knocked out of the tape, and that is going to like take most of the impact away.
Or it's gonna fly back and hit you in the face. Completely impractical.
There we go.
You know, I can't help but kind of compare this for some reason to the other game where Troy Baker plays a grizzled man with regrets in his past over losing a daughter that was important to him, but
no,
he's got
no,
some slight
no,
repression,
no,
who is
no,
talking to
no,
a girl that he's escorting, And filling in little bits of exposition, even though the player could really stand for more story
No.
content and less murdering dude congruously with gruesome melee finishers that don't fit in with the rest of the narrative experience.
So check it out.
See, this is the thing that blows me away, is that people think I hate Last of Us because of my video for some reason, but I really, 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 really like The Last of Us, and I hate Bioshock Infinite. I hate Bioshock Infinite. And, like, the tone of the two videos to me is completely different, because I really do enjoy this game. This game has got so many beautiful moments. It's got so many interesting thematic threads. I just don't think it ever really meaningfully ties its gameplay to its story, even though its story is totally worth listening to. And Bioshock Infinite's story is so not even worth talking about. Oh my god, I hate Bioshock Infinite.
Right, but you're talking about a YouTube audience. I know what you're talking about. Your YouTube call. I can't believe you dump on this game. It's awesome. You
Wow,
still know
I
it's good.
telekinesis that guy to me. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, so people on YouTube, if you say anything negative, you hate the game and you said that it sucks, and that means you're a hater and you suck. This is why you turn off comments.
Is there
Looking
actually
for good
anything over
comments on
here?
YouTube is like panning for gold in your toilet.
But I really do think that,
Those are two
like,
bottles.
this game really is better than a lot of people give it credit for. I really
Get
do
out of the
love
fucking
small,
staircase. We're going.
As dumb as this game can be, I do love some of the small moments in it.
And really, I don't even. I mean, the dumb stuff that like Rutskarn and I are nitpicking, it's almost a fault of the rest of the game being too good, and the rest of it is just being conventional.
Sure,
Like-
absolutely, yeah.
Right, it's you take a normal video game and then you make a couple parts of it really, really good, and immediately we notice the other parts that just stayed conventional.
And I don't know, I mean, to some degree, maybe this actually is a thing. Maybe the overall experience is better a little bit if one element isn't so far ahead of the others that it kind of just makes the rest of it look cheesy or not fit very well. But then again, what am I suddenly advocating? Am I advocating making this game look worse? Or the animations
be
look
dumber?
crappier?
Yeah. Man, I would have liked the game more, but it was the graphics were too good. My mind couldn't accept it.
Well, I mean, you guys
Where
do
is
hit
this
on an
fucker?
interesting point, though, because, like, so much of the relationship between Joel and Ellie is reliant on the graphics having the level of fidelity they do, but then the gameplay kind of falls apart at the level of fidelity it has, and that's
Yes.
kind of an interesting concept. Like, I love Joel and Ellie primarily because they look so real, so believable, especially in cutscenes where where the animators went in and filled in a face. I mean, I know they were mo-capped, but the faces really are the product of animators doing a lot of loving work, and that work doesn't go unnoticed, and that makes them feel real and believable and sympathetic. But then that super high level of fidelity kind of makes, like, Josh teleporting zombies to him so that he can stab them kind of look a
Yes.
little ridiculous.
To put it another way, polygons may be emotion, but they're not immersion.
Shit. Jam from the other side.
Here, boost me up.
All we need is 10 million billion polygons,
not
then
such a
we'll
good
solve the graphics
Well, I
thing.
can't boost
That's
you
all
up.
we
I
need,
will
right,
see what
Seamus?
Actually, isn't
Wasn't
that
that
the opposite of what we're saying?
Sony's 2013 press conference?
I don't even know anymore.
With that like old dude. Why can't I boost you? Do the boosts.
He just said
Do
he
the
can't
boosting.
boost you up.
Do it.
Alright.
What is her
There's a bunch of
problem?
barbed wire up there. Is that appropriate? Oh, I guess
No, it's yellow. See?
Okay, he needed to get psyched up first, I guess.
Sure thing.
Careful.
Let's see. Okay.
Wow. Those animations. That's a long animation sequence. A character being lifted up one character interacting with another, being lifted up onto a prop, then jumping back down to the ground.
So let's see we get a
Everything
card from
had to
this
be
buddy of yours.
exactly the right proportion. I mean, that's a pain in the ass about this kind of development, is you can't reuse, you can't just have your generic, I'll give you a boost animation and use it everywhere. Because, oh, this wall's taller than this one, or this is a slightly
Oh my
different
god, a
position.
garden gnome. Yes!
Gnomes.
Yeah.
So, stuff like that where you've
Yeah,
got
and
multiple
art
people
books.
interacting with each other and the
I always thought they
environment
were
like
super
that
cute.
is just really fiddly stuff. And the
Not
fact that
very
they
so.
just...
They creep me out.
They could have done most of that with camera cuts. You know, kind of cut from his face to
Yeah.
her up on the fence, then her jump down out of frame, and then show her landing on the ground and standing up. But they showed the whole sequence, and it's interesting when you think about the incredible work that they put in to make something that on film is effortless. You just put the camera there and you film the actors doing it, but then in the context of a video game, it's so hard. And then so you have to do all this work to make something that looks effortless.
I mean, I wonder if that is just motion capped.
Maybe,
Like, just
entirely
entirely motion capped. Like, they just
but then they had to
something
build a
like
set.
that.
Did they actually build a set that was the size of that fence?
I mean,
And
I've
did they
seen
have
the
an
Usually
actor?
motion
the
cap
making
rooms
of.
are a nice size.
I
Did they
saw
have
the
an
making
act-
of, and they do have a whole studio, so they had the room to build a small fence if they needed it.
Wow. And did they have an actress that was Ellie's size? That's kind of interesting. Because I know her
She-
voice
they
actress.
must have had.
She's 4'6", something like that, like maybe a little taller than Ellie. She's a grown woman who is not particularly tall. Also, Joel Baker's like
4'6".
6'6" or something. Not 4'6", you know what I mean, like
Wow.
5
Joel
foot.
Baker.
You know, oh god damn it. Okay, shut up.
Yes. First, shut up.
Troy Baker is like 6 foot tall, so he's tall compared to pretty much anybody. And I've seen the videos of them making the game, and she's not particularly tall. She's not 4'6", but she's like 5'6", shorter than Troy Baker, and theoretically she could have been.
taller than me. God damn it!
Oh my
Wait a
god,
minute,
Josh
okay.
is so short.
Josh, that pipe with the scissors taped to it, that's a breakable item, right? That is a limited
Yeah, the
durability.
scissors will break off
Yeah.
after one hit.
See, some
Okay.
places got a heads up before the infection showed up.
Oh man, they
You
were
know-
evacuated last
Most
year.
didn't.
Almost exactly a year ago, actually.
Just leaving all your
Wow.
stuff behind like that.
Maybe when this episode goes up, it'll be a year ago. That'll be neat.
No, this episode will go up on like the 13th or something, 14th.
The 13th is literally today, Josh.
Is it today? No, today's the 12th.
Yes. I'm
No,
looking
today.
at my
no,
calendar.
Okay,
well,
to
on the
you it's the
15th
12th.
then.
To me, I'm on the 13th. You're on the 12th. Jerk.